Good morning. Thank you for joining me here at the Worthington Diamond Mine. We're located just less than a half mile from Arkansas's Crater of Diamonds State Park at the Worthington Open Pit Diamond Mine. And what we're doing here at 5:45 in the morning is a night hunt, or early morning hunt if you want to be more specific. We've tried this before with a blacklight, and I've learned something since then. There are differences in blacklight. So first, I have a blacklight that you plug into the wall, and I check diamonds for fluorescence. 27% of the diamonds found worldwide will fluoresce under blacklight. The rest will not, and you don't know until you use a blacklight. So I have one that plugs into the wall, but we don't have electricity up here at the Open Pit Diamond Mine. We're out in the middle of nowhere. In fact, you might hear coyotes in the background. Right before I started talking, there were two that were howling at each other. Well, I had never done a blacklight night hunt before, because you're not allowed to go into the crater at night, and you're not allowed to use anything that is battery operated. So, you might want to go in and use a flashlight to hunt at night, but they don't allow that. We're going to do that here tonight, or this morning. And they don't allow you to use a black light because it is battery operated, and they don't let you in there. But I have special permission from my wife to come in here at night. No, we own this diamond mine, so we can do what we want. Well, if you saw my video from a little over a week ago, I night hunted with a blacklight for the first time ever, because I bought a blacklight flashlight and we went around here and looked for diamonds. We didn't find any. And Krista Pescia wrote a note to me on my YouTube channel. You can comment, and I appreciate you watching my videos and commenting. She wrote this comment: "You are using the wrong flashlight. You need to use a 365 nm UV flashlight. The diamonds were probably there all along, but you couldn't see them because you were using the wrong spectrum." Thank you. I appreciate the note, because I'm new to this. I don't hunt diamonds with black lights. That was the first time. So I didn't know. So I took her advice. Krista, thank you. I went and ordered one with 365 nm lumens, and this actually uses a different battery, and it looks quite different. And so we got the right tool, and we're going to try the light again. So this is the old one that I used. But before we get started, let me read a little information about UV lights. I try to keep most of my videos short for your attention span's sake, and just, instead of me rambling on and on like I tend to do, as my wife will tell you. But I want to guarantee you that in this video, if you will hang with me, you will see diamonds. In fact, we'll start with some right here I have on my hand. Now, I usually only wear this one on my hand, but my wife loaned me her diamond rings. These are all uncut. These are all crater diamonds. And I didn't tell her what I wanted them for, but she trusted me. She gave me her rings. And let me get a little bit closer look at these, and I'll tell you about them if the old man can get up. So I hope you can see these. First off, this is a 62 point white. Now, there are 100 points per carat, 100 points of weight. So this is almost 2/3 of a carat. It's a white heart shape, natural heart shape, kind of a modified Mackle diamond. I wear all the time in a men's nugget ring, and that actually fits my hand. This one is a 78 point yellow. It's the second diamond I ever found in my life. And I found it in the summer of 1978, and my wife wears this. It's nice that she has a little bigger diamond than mine. So this is over 3/4 carats. This is under 2/3 carat. Now, there are 3 diamonds in this ring. They're all uncut. These are West Drain Crater of Diamonds. I did not find these. Henry Emerson did, and gave them to his wife, and his wife later sold me sold us this ring, and we really like it. But it has three crater diamonds in it, and in a little bit we'll see if they fluoresce. But let me give you a little information I got off the internet this morning. I got up at 3 o'clock so that we could make this video, and here it is, almost 6 a.m. And you think, well, what took you so long? Well, I've got some other diamonds and I had to get them ready to present. And I also got this information. So what exactly is a UV flashlight? A UV flashlight emits ultraviolet radiation, a type of light energy that is not visible to the human eye. When ultraviolet light hits certain objects, they can fluoresce, a phenomenon similar to a bright glow. Many objects and substances such as paints, dyes, minerals, animals, and body fluids exhibit fluorescence, which means that the presence of these things can be detected only when a UV light source shines on them. Get the correct wavelength. See, I should have read this before I ordered the first UV blacklight, but UV light is actually a general term for a wide range of ultraviolet wavelengths across the UV spectrum. Just like visible light is measured along a visible spectrum, UV light is also described along a spectrum using its wavelengths measured in nanometers, or nm. When looking for any UV light, it is extremely important to know what wavelength in nanometers, or nm, that the light is emitting. Yeah, I learned that. Thank you, Krista. Why is the wavelength so important? Well, in short, to be useful, a UV light needs to induce fluorescence in the object you're looking at. Not all UV wavelengths are capable of producing sufficient fluorescent effects. So you could be completely missing the mark, or missing the diamonds, by purchasing the wrong wavelength. Although optimal wavelengths can vary across materials and objects, most fluorescence is strongest in the wavelengths around 360 nm, and I got a 365, so I'm right in that neighborhood. Therefore, it is important that you purchase a UV flashlight with a wavelength at or near 365. Ta-da! That's what I got here. I can remember that. That's how many days in the year there are. 365 nm. Otherwise, the UV energy produced by the flashlight may be completely useless and producing the fluorescence glow you are looking for. Because of the trends in LED manufacturing, higher wavelength LEDs, I'll get this figured out in a moment. I'll be turning the headlights off shortly, and we'll use the flashlight and look around, and then we'll use the black lights and look around. It's easier and more cost efficient to manufacture the cheaper ones. Yeah, the first one I bought was cheaper, but it wasn't as good. So you're mainly, I'll skip over some of this, but you are mainly looking for one with a special battery. Most of them run off of AA batteries, like the first one I got. And this one has a special NiCad battery and it comes with a charger. It's really cool. I like it. But anyway, that's how you can kind of tell the difference, is how it's powered. Well, I'm not going to read all this information, but we're going to move on. I don't want to bore you, and I too want to get started. And we got to go before the sun comes up, of course. And it is a full moon out tonight, and that would be a problem, except we've got cloud cover, so you really can't see the full moon. If you don't mind, I'm going to put these back here. I know my wife won't mind. So I'm going to stick them in these ring holders, and I'll be able to keep better track of them. This one's not going to come off my hand, but the other ones just barely fit on my little finger. So we will look at these in a minute under blacklight, but we're going to get started. First off, if you look, I've walked around up here in boots. We've had rain recently. I wasn't able to do the video as soon as I got the blacklight because it rained up here. But rain's good, it washes silt away. If you'll notice these boot prints, I'm wearing boots up here. This looks like when the guys walked on the moon. Neil Armstrong left the first footprints on the moon. My boot print's a lot like him. That's what it reminded me of. from 1969. He had boots like mine. So anyway, excuse me, we are going to turn the bright headlights off, and then we'll look around with a flashlight a little, and then we'll use the black lights. Bear with me a second while I kill the lights. All right. Now, so hunting at night with a flashlight, you can see, you know, if the diamonds glow or not. They will shine back at you just like sunlight during the day when you're surface searching at the crater. And we've got a pretty good open pit going here. We've got 1 acre of lamprite on our 10 acres here at the Worthington Diamond Mine. There's a deer track. But we only have a small portion of that 1 acre opened right now because it costs money to run that equipment. And I don't own any, I have to rent it. So I'm just looking around real quick because I'm in a big hurry to use the black light. But this is all washed off. See, this is hard lamprite. It's never been disturbed. That's intact. And what we do is we get in here with an excavator and dig this out. And this is looser material here. We used to have a huge pile here, but last summer we excavated, hauled, and processed 365 tons of ore out of here. That sounds a lot like if you were washing by hand, and it is a lot. But as far as the big mines go, some of them can do that in a day. But I'm retired, I do this part-time, and that's what I could afford to process because, like I say, we have to pay for the equipment. We do have the diamond recovery plant, but you got to pay to dig this up and haul it and all that. But we shut the mine down for the winter because of freezing weather. We didn't want any water in our pipes and equipment that might, you know, freeze and break. But I don't see anything with the flashlight because I'm in a big hurry to use the black light. But so that was just a quick look through. Now, this gravel that's in here, this is not from the volcano. This is from, we brought gravel in for a road so that we wouldn't get stuck with the equipment. But this is all volcanic ore. This is igneous rock, and this other is sedimentary. We really don't have much of these pebbles and cobbles and novaculite and chert and jaspers in our volcanic material. So, and that's some of the gravel that washed down from the drive. See, I got my truck parked there because I want to be able to get out. The only other light here is at our office, our guard shack, I call it. We've got a solar light that comes on at night with the camera for security. Well, we are going to turn this off and get started with a black light. We already used the old black light. I'm ready to use the new one, so we'll just move on to that. Bear with me if I can find it in the dark here. Here we go. Okay, now first to look at this, I would say her yellow diamond ring does not fluoresce and under black light, and I don't think any of Henry's West Drain diamonds do either. But we'll keep looking here. We'll go see what else we can see. And I guarantee you will see 18 diamonds in this video. So already you've seen 5. We got 13 more to go that I know of because I brought them with me to show you. And I have not checked them for fluorescence yet, but we will shortly. We'll see how many. And like I said, worldwide the statistics are only 27% of diamonds will fluoresce under black light. But I will tell you a little story while we're surface searching here. When I was there in the summer of 1978, I got excited about finding diamonds and called my brother. We both lived in Kansas at the time, but I was spending 7 weeks. That's nothing. I spent 7 weeks at digging, washing, carrying, looking for diamonds in the summer of '78, and I did find 10. Well, when I first started finding diamonds, I called my brother and said, I'm finding diamonds you can't do, get down here. And so he was there the next day. He packed up and just came and camped out for a couple of weeks, found one ugly, I think 24-point brown, and he got discouraged and quit. And he left his hole open. You could do that back then in '78. And the hole, he said, hey, I'm leaving. Do you want to get in my hole? I said, no, thank you. I'm finding diamonds over here. And that hadn't produced well for you. So I don't want your hole. And the hole remained open. Nobody else got in there either, even though there were a lot of like retired guys full-time looking for diamonds that summer. So it remained open, and kick that leaf out of the way. No, that's not the right thing, not the right glow. What we're seeing are sedimentary rocks that are white, and that's what you're seeing, but it doesn't have a diamond glow to it. Anyway, the hole remained open for weeks. Nobody got in there until an Oklahoma farmer and his wife came down with a little red wagon. He used a little army shovel to scoop stuff out of my brother's hole, put it in the wagon, rolled it over to wash it, tipped the wagon over, and before Betty Lamley washed even 1 cup of cratered dirt or gravel in her life, there sitting on top of that pile from that wagon was an 8.61 carat brown diamond, and it was a lovely tea color, good quality. Some browns can be nasty, but it was a gorgeous diamond and very valuable. Well, later, there's something that really fluoresces, but that is not diamond, though. No, it's not. Later, I was helping Jim and Shelley Horan of Grapevine, Texas, grow a collection of large and notable diamonds from the crater, and he wanted me to find some diamonds for him. So I did research, and I found the Lamleys, and Betty Lamley had since died in a car wreck, but Mr. Lamley had the diamond still uncut in a safety deposit box, and we bought it from him and then sold it to the Horans. While we owned it in our possession, I went in at night and closed the door and blocked the windows so no light could come in. I plugged in that black light I had, and that 8.61 carat diamond glowed like a little night light. And so it had a white fluorescence, even though it was a brown diamond. It was pretty cool, and what really amazed me, it didn't just have fluorescence, it had luminescence. In other words, when you turn the black light off, it continued to glow for a couple of seconds. That was sharp. I like that. So if only 27% of diamonds will fluoresce, even fewer will luminesce after the black light's turned off. Well, I promised I would show you other diamonds, and we're going to go look at them now. I knew they were here because I put them there. Ooh, that's kind of got a cool glow. So I've got these boxed up. Oh, some of the diamonds do fluoresce, just as a spoiler here. So let me get this. It's a diamond I found at the crater. I gotta be sure you can see this. Okay. This is the diamond here. I've got it in a see-through deal, so you can hold it up during the daytime to the light, the sunlight, and see. But since it's an 11 point, and I found it in '09, in fact, I found it the day after I found my 2.04 yellow, the best diamond I found there. Anyway, since it's small, 11 point, I put pictures of it here so you can appreciate the shape, because a lot of diamonds are small. The average size is a 20 point, so 1/5 of a carat, the average at the crater. But I like this because of the shape, and I sold it right after I found it because I'd found a 204 yellow. What did I need this for? Well, Fortunately, Sam Johnson, a friend of mine, allowed me to buy it back years later. So I'm putting the light in the back of it here. But anyhow, enough about this diamond. Let's go on. We've got another 13 of them to see. So this is a little diamond I found, a 2-point brown. I found it at the crater in '09. The reason I kept it is it's an octahedron. In other words, 2 4-sided pyramids joined base to base. So that's pretty rare, but it does not fluoresce, and neither did this shield-shaped diamond that I just showed you, kind of a modified Mackle shield shape. All right, let's see about this one. This is one that famous, legendary miner James Archer found right near the end of his life. See that date 1803? That was registered the day before he died on 1903. 3-point white. It does not fluoresce, but we're keeping that in our collection because it's a James Archer diamond, and it was among the last diamonds that he registered in his lifetime. Now, this diamond I kept because the shape, it's so cute. It's so pretty. I need to fix this to where, you know, there's a hole and you can see the light through there, and I'll put it in one of those containers. But a 2-point yellow, I found 8814, and just a lovely shape, and pretty but tiny. Okay, this, oh, we've got one that luminesces finally. So this one is set in a necklace. I mean, it fluoresces. I didn't mean luminesce. I put it in a necklace pendant for my wife Cindy to wear, but she really doesn't wear necklaces. Well, if I could get it to keep from going like a pendulum. Can you see the color? See how that glows? I got to turn it just right. So this has a blue fluorescence to this white diamond. And let me get a little information on it here. It is an 8-point. I found it, I think 7/17/11. It's a yellow. So yellow diamonds from the crater do fluoresce. I dropped it, of course. But that's why I'm glad I've got it in this pendant. Now, I'm going to turn the black light off and we'll see if it'll luminesce. No, it does not. As soon as you turn the light out, it doesn't fluoresce anymore. But anyway, blue fluorescence, I like that. Cool. I didn't know. Well, we've got 8 other diamonds laying here. And let me get this tripod set so I can talk with my hands. You know, I'm not Italian, but I just talk with my hands. And I got to get this tripod set on this ground. So we've got some, let's see, oh, it's 8 wide. Yeah, we've got 8 of them here. So I'll pick them up one at a time and we'll look at them. I already see some that fluoresce. We'll go and look at them first. So I've got them in these see-through containers like this. And let me put the light from behind, if that helps. I don't know. But I like these. It's almost like cellophane, and it's hinged, and you can put them in there, and it just floats in these. You can get them on Amazon. Let me put this down just a minute. So what we used to have, we would either put the diamonds in these glass vials that, you know, some gold miners put their gold in glass vials like that, or for years we always put them in these little magnifying boxes. Now, the thing I didn't like about the magnifying boxes is people think, oh, it's so tiny and it's even under magnification. Well, the magnifying lens in the top of this case does not magnify when it's right up against the diamond. So it gives a false perception that it's even smaller than it really is. But anyway, I've stopped using these so that we can start using these with the floating display, where your diamond just floats. And the other thing is, you can, if you put it in a Riker box like our others, then you can drill a hole in the back and get the daylight through there, and it's just a cool way to display it. So I think this is a 13-point yellow Mackle, and it fluoresces. Oh, let's see if it luminesces. I'll turn it off. No, it fluoresces, but it does not luminate. So it fluoresces kind of a bluish color under this wavelength. Here is another one, probably 9 point, either white or yellow. Most of these diamonds here are 8 to 9 points and white or yellow. I don't think I have any browns here today. That fluoresces, kind of a bluish purple color. Oh, it luminesces. Oh boy. All right, now we got to see this. I'm going to turn it off. Can you see it still glowing? All right, I can. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but okay, it's kind of a purple. Well, it's pink. So it'll fluoresce blue or purple, and then it will luminesce pink right after you shut it up, but it's not coming through in the video, I don't think, because I was looking through the lens. So here's another diamond, but it does not fluoresce. So I'm just wanting to check all these. This one, pretty little baby. These are all darling, lovely diamonds. This one does fluoresce purple. Let's see if it'll luminesce. No, it does not. All right. This one, well, it kind of fluoresces. I don't know if you can see. No, I take that back. It's just reflecting my light. It's not a fluorescence. That's just how the black light looks on it. Black lights matter. Let's go on. That just came to me, and I probably should have filtered that through my mind before I said it, but oh well. My filter doesn't work very often. Well, this does not luminesce, but you can see it just like you can see it with any flashlight. In fact, we'll get the flashlight out and look at this set. All right, here's another one. Boy, it really glows with that light, but that's not fluorescence. That's just reflecting, because these are pretty diamonds. I think that's just reflecting. But anyway, if you used a light like this, you sure could see it at night. So I think, did we look at this one? I don't think so. Well, it does not fluoresce, but there's a worm over here that fluoresces in the black light. We saw them the other time we were here, but yeah, so what? It's not a diamond, but it would sure be a long, skinny, moving diamond if it was one. But so let me grab the flashlight. Of course, I don't have it right here with me because I was off doing other things, surface searching and all. But I want to just look at these diamonds with a flashlight at night. Let me, if I can. Bear with me. I had to run up the moonscape here and leave more human tracks in it, but so the light really makes the luster on these diamonds just pop when you've got a flashlight at night. These would be easy to find. Wouldn't even need a black light. And here you'd find 100% of them with a regular flashlight. So I think that's what I would prefer to search with rather than a black light. Also, we don't have much barite here, but at the crater there's a lot of barite, and it fluoresces under a black light. So you'd get a lot of false positives. But anyhow, boy, it's so cold here this morning that these are kind of fogging up, and then I'm panting because like old man climbed up a hill. There's that 13-point yellow mackerel that luminesces and fluoresces. Cool. And some of these might be 4-point, but most of them are like 8 to 9, 7-pointers like that. So smaller than the average, but still pretty. These are all pretty diamonds. So that's That's what they look like under a flashlight at night. And the worm doesn't look too impressive under just plain old flashlight either. But I guess we're done with our search. Thank you for joining me, and I've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. Please like and comment and watch our videos. Thank you.